There we go. Normally we have Vicki to do this for us and she's traveling today. So I want to welcome everybody to our flying lessons on June 28th. It's Lorraine Eldridge delivering some information for us and keeping us all updated with what's going on. And so we will get right to it. Every Monday we do flying lessons here. This is for updates and training for Aslan business partners. And the recordings of this are posted shortly after the meeting so that you can share it with people on your team that weren't here. They're posted in Trello and under Phoenix Rising Team. Look at resources, and also I generally put it up on the Telegram channel for Aslan business partners and Aslan Phoenix Rising Team. I try to get them in both of those as well, along with the calendar, because it's summertime and our calendar is changing a little bit. But if you check there, you will see, and I do post things. So our communications are, as I mentioned, Telegram, Tello, the webinars. On Thursday, it's a live webinar almost always. And Tuesday is a recording of the previous Thursday, so that as new information is coming in, the presentation, our overview is updated. And it's always a good thing to drop into the Work It Outs. There's a 2-hour Work It Out every Wednesday night, generally a 1 hour in the afternoon on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time. Tuesday, there's generally a 1 hour Work It Out after the webinar that would come in at 8. And on Thursday after the live one. So we've got a lot of opportunity for people to come and get their questions answered, comments. This is great for new people or for someone who's just got a question about what's going on. Stay in touch with your sponsor as best you can. It's always good to be connected that way. And if there are any questions, you can always email info@aslan.com, but do try your sponsor first. That's the best way to go. This is our calendar for this week. We're coming up on a holiday weekend. Do any of you know, is Monday going to be a holiday because the 4th is Sunday? Yeah.
It's a holiday for me.
It's a holiday for you?
Mm-hmm.
Usually what you look at is banks and the post office. So I don't know. Yes. I hadn't heard, but I kind of assumed that this coming Monday would be a holiday because it's on the 4th. So nothing changes for Monday. Here we are. Tuesday, there's a webinar with a Work It Out afterwards. Wednesday, a Work It Out in the afternoon. That's great for people who are out of our time zone. And then in the evening, there's a 2-hour. Thursday, there's a little bit of a change. We're having the live webinar. As far as I know, it's still live at 7 p.m. Central Time, followed by the Work It Out. But also the book club is going to be held on Thursday, followed by the mastermind. And so that's a little bit of a change, and maybe it's because it's a holiday weekend. I'm not sure. I'm seeing something here. I'm just going to try to see. Has anyone put anything in chat?
Yes.
Okay, that's what it is.
Pam and I both did.
Okay, that's good. I couldn't tell. Usually if someone's in the waiting room, it pops down and tells me. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing that. So what's new? Well, we have our opportunities with Aslan, both for customer and business partner. Aslan.com is still a temporary site. The real site is being built, but you can find some basic information if one of your new business partners or one of your new customers has some questions. They can find some very basic information there. Our Aslan.net, which is the home for the Accelerated Performance Platform, is up and running and gathering depositors. The TMN pool is still open. Please make sure that anyone on your team that needs to do something with that can. And you can help them. They can check the video or you can help them. It's so easy to do what needs to be done. And the Aslan Business Partner onboarding, which is going to be modules, like modules. I don't know if they're going to call them modules, but it's orientation, training, success strategies. That is still coming soon. I haven't heard the release date. When we first announced it, Shelley said about 10 days, and we're getting close to that. So we may hear more about that this week. And also, we do have a big event at the end of summer coming up. I don't have the details on it. I've heard some rumors, that it might be in the Texas area, but until everything's released, I'm not going to say anything yet. But this will be a big fun event for all of us. So kind of keep that in mind. We know that our gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and the technology metals and rare earth metals are available. They're available through the contracts, customer contracts are available on the aslan.com website. And you have help, your sponsor or your sponsor's sponsor, or maybe even their sponsor, but someone can work you through that contract so that you can go ahead and get started on that if you have a customer or you yourself want to get started on it. And you can do either a term purchase, as you know, or an outright purchase. The TMN token in the coin shop, we got to wait now for the ICO to come. We have finished our pre-sale, as you all know. Centric, our 1 gram gold cards are getting closer to being released. That's going to be part of our early suite of products. And as you know, the accelerated performance platform is up and running well. We have some news about that we'll go over in a minute. Just a reminder that anyone that would like to have a commission for referring customers to the precious metals or the technology and rare earth metals, if they'd like to have a commission for that, they do need to sign the contracts. And the way that we're doing that now is to have the sponsor email info@aslan.com and let them know that you have a new Aslan business partner, give their name, their email, and the sponsor's name. So even though it's coming from you, don't assume that they're going to just imagine that you're the sponsor. Please let them know Nancy Cole is the sponsor for Janet Smith. Please send her a new contract, and they will send her 2 DocuSign contracts. That's the way we're doing it now. That's working out great. And Rebecca is so terrific. She gets to them. She gets back to you. Communication there is really good on that. That's always appreciated. So, work to get everyone on your team that's interested in that signed up. The TMN pool, we have 3 options on that. We can swap our to a TMN token and get a little bonus. We can just leave it there in the wallet. There's no emergency, urgency, or need at this point to do that. However, be aware that it's very possible that when we do move into the coin being live on the exchanges, the company will no longer have those available. So swapping to TMN and getting the bonus will disappear for sure. So I don't know what the deadline is on these, but there's no terrible urgency, but there probably will be some type of a deadline at some time. They can also swap the token and get half and half. You can get some tokens and still keep some in the USD, which is really Tether. It's really USDT. So if they move it, make sure they're moving it or you're moving it to a Tether wallet. And if you want to withdraw funds to use it for the accelerated performance platform, it's also very easy to do that. If you want to withdraw it to move it into another wallet, a Tether wallet, that's fine too. Just follow the instructions that came in the email about that. There's a PDF that just shows you step by step. They did a really good job putting this together. I love that they did that, and I hope they follow that through with all of the different steps that we may do in the future. And then after you withdrawn and that's approved, you'll get an email that's going to be approved. And then you send them an email and ask them to pay your bonus. And the bonus that we received was 2.2% for the entire time that we were in there. So if you were there for just 30 days, it would be 2.2% of what your deposit was. If you were there for longer than that, and it is prorated, of course. If you want to join the accelerated performance platform, you need to convert that to Bitcoin and then send it to an account that you will have already made at aslan.net. Aslan.net is the website for the accelerated performance platform, and it's very easy to do that. If you need help, you have any questions about it, it's so much easier to get things answered and straightened out before you do it, right, than it is to go back and fix it. But if there is some sort of an error or something, don't hesitate to go back either and get help. So the platform, it's very exciting. It already paid out. and of course it's prorated. So if you were only in there for 7 days before it paid out, then you would have gotten it prorated for that, but it paid out 3%. And everyone got the email about that it was paying out 3%, and you will see that 3% added to your totals. They're working on making that all work for us. And has anyone seen if it is showing there yet? I don't think it's showing there yet. But this is a Bitcoin platform. So when I say it paid out 3%, it paid out for a full month. If anyone was in there for a full month, it paid out 3% on the amount of Bitcoin that you had in there, right? That's what it's paying on, the amount of Bitcoin. And remember when we looked at that before with the TMN pool, if we left it in there for 2 years and it paid out 3%, we were looking at, because it was up to 3%, that we would have doubled our money. Well, the same thing is true here. It's just that it's Bitcoin rather than cash. We also have referral bonuses. And as you start seeing your 3% come in month after month, you may want to refer it to more people. And the referral bonuses are 3 levels deep at 2%, 1.5%, and then 1%, as long as you have a $500 initial deposit yourself in Bitcoin in the Accelerated Performance platform. But it was pretty exciting to get that email to see that it paid out at 3%. Glad to see that. Let's see what else. Oh, the activation, the next day activation has been extended. We knew they were offering that for people that to get started in the pool in the very beginning, that the activation was going to be like next day. We said immediate, but nothing can really be immediate, I suppose, but it's next day activation. And this has been extended. I don't know for how much longer it's extended, but when they make their deposit, the next day it will start accumulating. So what this means is, because it's compounding, right? This means more Bitcoin as a monthly bonus for us, as a monthly payout. So that's great. So let everybody know. And if anyone wants to, get some more in there, if you already have some, this is the time to do that. So what's next? What's going on? Well, we all know the TMN presale is over. So we can't buy any TMN right now. We're waiting for the ICO. We're waiting for the white paper. Our TMN bonus got paid out. I hope everyone's looked in their back office and seen that the 10% bonus was paid out, and it really was just added to your total. So if you weren't watching your total, which I can't imagine that, but you might not notice, but it was paid out. And if for some reason someone didn't get it, please let us know. Speak to your sponsor. We need to send an email to info@TMN, or rather to Sadat. But the thing is everyone that I have talked to has got it. Has everyone seen their bonus on their TMN tokens? Right? Show of hands.
On coins, yes. On coins, yes.
Yes, good. Okay. So the other thing that's coming up this summer is there is a TMN USA tour planned. And so this is going to hit multiple cities, and where it goes really depends on us. So it doesn't have to be someone where you are, but if you should have a business partner in St. Louis, and they've got 3 family members and 2 friends and a coworker, it's very possible, but that between them, they could get a dozen people for a meeting. So think about the different cities where you have people on your team, and see if there isn't a possibility there to have a tour stop, because as we all know, having a local event that people can attend really makes a big difference in your business and their understanding of the business. And it really, of course, builds a lot of credibility too. So that will be a lot of fun. We're waiting for the ICO. There is still just a tiny bit of things to finish up. And it really is because TMN Global is not really your average token. They want this to be legal worldwide. And so they're really going through the extra steps to make sure that this will be able to be used, because remember that the whole reason that this token came about being was because of the precious metals company and the technology metals and rare earth metals company and Red Cave They wanted a way for their international customers to more easily be able to make purchases. And they also wanted a way for the crypto market to be able to more easily move into precious metals, more strategic assets. And so it's very important that this can be used safely throughout the world. So that's we're still in the last stages of that, which will also hold up the white paper just a little bit, but they're working on it. And, you know, we can feel good that we've got a team behind us, a company behind us that wants to make sure everything is right. So our call to actions are to let people know it's going to be a live presentation Thursday. That's July 1st. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that we're already heading to July. That's at 7 p.m. Central, and it's followed by a work it out at 8. Just make sure everyone that was in the pool is aware of their options to give it some thought or help them if they need help. We can still register. I should have that up there. I don't. For the Accelerated Performance Platform, that is registered at aslan.net. Aslan.com has information and the contracts for purchases, but the Accelerated Performance Platform is at aslan.net, and it's a very quick registration. For the TMN road trip, please give that some thought so that we can, you know, things need to be planned in advance. You need to get a venue. You need to, you know, work it into their itinerary. So give that some thought about where you have a few people in a city, or it doesn't have to be a city. It can be a large town. I mean, they call my town a city, but you know, there's only 8,000 people here. So it's kind of funny, but they do call it a city. And the pre-sale is over, of course. We're waiting now for the white paper, as I said, and the bonus has been paid. And it's being shown in the back office. That was pretty exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off the recording if I can figure out how to do that. And we'll go ahead and take any questions if there are any. Recording stopped.